Wow, I am very extremely thank you for visiting our website one more time. Today in this channel, John's University channel, we would like to talk to you about the importance of iron. I am nurse specialist Mr. A.P. Johnson. I would like to share some knowledge about the iron and its important in our body. Now, as iron is very much needed in making a steel, exactly for the good living of human body, we need to have the iron mineral in our body too. There are a lot of variation in requirement of the human body. It varies from age to age, and after 14 years it varies from different sex. Now, basically the requirement of iron is between 18 milligram to 27 milligram for the adults. Now you can see in the screen right now that what are the minimum requirement of iron daily in a daily need of a person. What does iron do for a body? Now 70% of the iron which has been absorbed in the body becomes a hemoglobin. Now to go in depth of hemoglobin, heme is called as the iron and globulin is a protein which is in the RBC, that is called red blood cells in our blood, which carries this heme and supplies the oxygen from the lungs to the every cell of our body. Now this same heme recarries the carbon dioxide from the cells and brings it to the lungs. So the important function of this hemoglobin, that is heme plus a protein globulin combined together becomes a hemoglobin, is transportation of oxygen from the lungs to the body cells and from the body cells to the lungs. So the blood which carries the oxygen from the lungs to the cell is called oxygenated blood, and the blood which carries the carbon dioxide from the cells to the lungs is called deoxygenated blood. Now this is only 70% of the iron which has been in the body. Rest of the 25% of the iron is in the form of a ferritin. Now the importance of ferritin is it is a temporary storage of the iron in the body. If a person has more amount of ferritin in the body, then we can say that the person has a good reserve of iron in the body. Now it can help him during time when the iron intake is low in our body or during the time when there's an increased intake of the body. Now this helps as a iron bank in our body. Rest of the 5% of the iron is there in the form of other proteins in our body. I hope you should have understood this. This is very important part to go further. Let's go to how the body uses iron. The body uses iron in different ways. Now as a source we can see that the iron can be available in two forms. One is non-heme form, one is heme form. Now heme form is available in the form of iron in the poultry, or it can be in the non-vegetarian foods. We take a hemoglobin as a food we intake in. Now this readily supplies a heme to our body and thus becomes a rich source of iron. Now another source is the non-heme source, which is through the spinach. It can be because of in legumes, it can be in the seafoods, it can be in the form of green leafy vegetables and so on. So these two types of sources are there. Now this body tries to absorb this iron from the source of food which you are taking inside and tries to use it in the blood. Now I have a different video which says specifically what are the sources and how much value of iron is there in each sources of food. Let us know the deficiency of iron. Whenever there's a shortage of iron in our food intake or due to any other reasons, if there's a less absorption of iron in our body, we lead to a status called as anemia. Now anemia is when the level of hemoglobin goes down. The level of hemoglobin goes down as the number of heme with the globulin goes down, thus discoloration of a blood, probably lightening of the thickness of a blood will also happen due to this. Now there are different types of anemias are there. We need to go, please meet your consultant or a physician to understand and do little more investigations to understand the depth or the reason for the anemia behind this. Thank you. I'm sure you should have liked this channel, and please do give us your comments and do subscribe our channel. We would like to come back to you with more informative videos, and we would like to also carry on with a better quality of videos with your comments. Thank you for watching John's University.